Today I'm going to share 3 secrets of better ballroom dancing with you. My name is Brian B.
I'm Miss Megan.
So if you're struggling on the social floor with leading and following your patterns, here are some secrets that will help. Number 1 is my closed position, right? And I don't have to do this in some crazy competitive sort of way, but I do have to understand why my partner is in this position, right? The reason is, number 1, if we go this way, if we're lined up nose to nose, toes to toes, there's not any room for my feet to work. So by Megan being offset to me with my right side in front of her right side, without even getting fussy and all this frame crazy stuff, right? It just provides a place for my feet to go as I'm dancing with her. So just that alone, Megan's in her window. Of course we have to have good basic frame. Easy way to understand this is if I were standing against a wall, I want my left elbow and my right shoulder to be against that wall. So if I stood against this wall, right, that is going to provide my frame. This is going to adjust to my partner. Is she taller, shorter, skinnier, wider? This is going to adjust. The reverse is true for the followers. That's the big side, right? Bingo. So, and this is going to adjust taller leader, shorter leader, and so on and so forth. So, next thing we're going to do is just practice walking in that position, forward and back. Make sense? Second part of this that we find that people struggle with is the turn to promenade position. So if we just did this in a bronze scenario, right, where we did 1, 2, 3, and now we have to move in promenade position, 2, 3. If I do it this way, I want you to notice this. Megan is always going to be to my right side or behind me in promenade position. If we dance 1, 2, 3, if you notice as we're moving, I'm leading my partner. So a good rule of thumb is my leg is slightly ahead of hers. Why is that important? Because when I bring her back in front, she'll land back in that closed position. So practice that. Whether you're dancing bronze or silver, doesn't matter. The rules are the same. If we dance this in silver, 1, 2, and we pass our feet, 3, I'm still ahead. I'm ahead for 1. She turns around 2, 3 and stays in that window, right? So a good rule is to keep your head over this side of the leader, regardless, even if we're not touching, oh, watch this, not touching, right? Megan can follow that shoulder wherever we're going. And if I turn to promenade, she follows that shoulder and she stays where she's supposed to be. So that's gonna help you sort through your patterns, understanding closed position and promenade position. Second thing, and we started to touch on it, was if I'm going to move, right, if I just move from straight legs, it feels like I'm going to topple my partner over, right? So thinking about slightly flex legs as we dance our ballroom dances. Same thing for tango, right? Slightly flex legs. So that way, Megan's feeling my weight moving down low. Now, whether you're dancing in diaphragm contact or not, the rule is the same. Even if we're apart in a social scenario, right, she feels my weight through my legs. So using my knees and my hips, this like little pocket back, she can start to feel that I'm ready to move into whatever step we're taking. Does that make sense? So using slightly flexed legs. Number 3 is the ability to move through your feet, right? When I started dancing, my coach said, Brian, you're dancing like you have boxes on the bottom of your feet. Meaning if I did the waltz box, literally, I was dancing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't have the ability to roll through my feet. So here's how we're going to practice this. Leaders will go forward, followers will go back, and then we'll come back the other way. With my flexed legs, I'm going to start to send a leg the direction I'm going. This is also a key. If I'm in my closed position, how does Megan know if I'm going forward or backwards? Well, if she can feel this space, as I start to flex my leg, she follows the leg that way. If I start to flex my leg and I'm going back, she follows my leg that way, right? Even if we're apart, you can start to sense that I'm sending that leg underneath, or she can start to sense or see. I'm even looking at her now. She's kind of using her eyes going, where's this going, right? So we have another video on visual cues. You can use your eyes to sort stuff out. But back to our drill. I'm lowering and I'm sending that leg in front of me. Now I'm going to transfer my weight, not all of it at once, but I'm going to roll through my foot. And I'm going to keep this leg moving. One of the things I taught recently in a workshop was fast feet, slow body. So if I'm going backwards, if everything's going together, I have back, back, back at one speed. I want to have fast feet, slow body. So my feet have to move fast so my body can be slow. And you can see how quickly my feet are moving. And you notice that Megan's not moving until she senses me moving. So if we're in a partnership scenario, right, she feels this. Now we both have an ability to move. We move to that step, she gets ready. She moves to the step, she gets ready, she moves to the step, right? As I start to go the other way, she's feeling my leg kind of move back. We move to the step, she gets ready, move to the step, she gets ready. So hopefully those 3 tips were helpful. If you want more tips like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. If you've not yet visited socialdanceonline.com, you really should. Enter your email address on the first page. You'll become part of our Move of the Week Club. We send out helpful tips every week to over 20,000 people all over the world. And we hope to see you on the dance floor soon.